Grand Rising. Tell me something. Can I ask anybody out there a question? Anybody? Solid question. You give me your solid. I'm gonna leave this comment open. entertain the situation. I was just about to listen to my beloved. He was talking to me. Get back to him. I already know what he was about to tell me. Uh, that's the intention, beloved. Honor to be in so many of y'all presence because that though y'all operate in circles and been operating in the power structure with what is right. Me being new on the scene and things like that, so not being in physical touch, but so not being so aware of just how powerful and instrumental and movement that people are and stuff, but knowing, seen a lot of the redemption stories we have on speaking examples and stuff like that. One that holds like Daryl Strawberry, and I was a fan of him back in the day, and to see Mr. Strawberry talking and giving inspiration. DJ Pat, like I said. So you got so many out there, and but in that, beloved, pay attention. Don't allow ourselves, because I can't give you a wealth of commoners or those who we do this daily. You know what I'm saying? This is it's not trivial down here. When you ain't got much and things like that, you expect it. Right? So, and that's not saying that the beloveds up there that got money and stuff, they just as much as trapped in so many ways than we are. They starting to realize that in so many ways, not by this, well, yeah, by the system, but having a lot of money. I'm going off course, but well, kind of like the same. The topic on this is villain. One of my beloveds came out and said, "Hey man, you didn't owned it, bro. You didn't done it. You didn't conquer. You didn't took on the villain role." But we'll get to that. But having the money is a trap too. I need people to understand it. In some ways, yeah, you got the freedom to move and do this and do that and da da da. But then when wanting that privacy when you walk out your house, or wanting that not somebody always, you see what I'm talking about? Just so much, you know what I'm saying? It could put you on an emotion. So, and we talk about villain, beloved. Yesterday I had to activate. Right? We say we get upset. Well, okay, when people see you, we know we visit. We know, beloved. You don't have to. We've been knowing our eyes on this. It don't where we've been knowing because we understand, and it is what it is. We've learned. I have beautifully learned to live with it and accept it for what it is because I've never had nothing to hide. Like I continue to say, I'm not a drug dealer. I'm not a pimp player. You don't see women coming in and out of my house. You don't even see no men coming in. If they do, they come to cut this grass. That's it. You see what I'm talking about? Not a swinger. I'm not this and all that. You ain't heard it all. I ain't the devil. I got half of it though, just like you. I own that. Some of us don't. Right? I got an angel in me, so we have that. So at times you're gonna see the little devil strike up when it get in defensive mode, right? When it understands and knows things. We'll get into it because it's all about. The next topic is gonna be: does your flesh see things? Pay attention. Does your flesh see things like your spirit? That's next topic. Villain though, we back on villain. So no, I won't accept. I can't, and it don't fit me to be a villain. You know what I'm saying? And then not even like a hero. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you're a hero. No, I ain't. A hero for myself that I'm alive today. Like, good job, Sean. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I wouldn't consider myself like that. But because what I'm doing is commonality that is expected of me. I'll continue to say, if this was, pay attention, if this type of leadership was expected of me in that man's army, and that's why they kept pinning rank on me, and I was doing it for the purpose of, number one, make a living. Number two, security for my family. My son should be able to get all the 24 years of survival benefits and $450,000. Rather being shown on a liberal site, get this life insurance, get this life. We don't need all that. I don't want to overgive my child because I don't want him killing himself over some money because of what I didn't left behind for him. And then naturally, that's what kind of stuff happens. Fighting over money. Go look at that. All kinds of people fighting for money right now. Over somebody else's money. Somebody, and you got killings in here and stuff. So we're talking about villain though. I'll accept villain, Cap, for you're a villain against evil and corruption. I'll accept that. See how that goes? Against those that I can find myself in their shoes at any time, any drop of a dime. No doubt. A wire could go loose. Many of you see. I'm designed and fashioned in so many ways that there's any route I take, I could be successful at it. And that's not ego. That's understanding. And watch this. Pay attention. There are street pharmacists and all that watch me. There are OGs, bangers and all that watch me. They know I'm not speaking out of the side of my neck. They didn't watch me. They didn't watch me. So being that's what helped. Like I told all of them when I talked to them, I can see your life. I can understand where you're coming from. Not that I adhere to somebody giving somebody a pain, somebody, doing this and that and not. I don't adhere to it. I don't in my personal life, but could I see myself? Do I see myself through so many of y'all? Yeah. In a route I could have took so many different directions. That's the defining hour of all of us, right? And that's why so many of y'all pay attention to me, because you're like, man, you know what I'm saying? I feel it. So many wish that, damn, I wish I had a different concept about the military like that. Maybe I could be sitting here, I wish I, would have got a little bit more education. Don't wish. Don't wish. We on the be no do right now. You see what I'm talking about? So the villain, to combat a lot of the stereotypical stuff that the verbiage that we used to put out, and we don't ride or pay attention. We just say stuff because it's cliche, right? And so, and it's suspected because you're in the Typhonian age that we coming out of into the Aquarius, like Quan said. And I hope people leave Quan alone down there, all right? I don't, if I rule the world, she's helpful, but I understand. So, in so many ways, I have to leave a lot of stuff in people's hands that know more than me, real talk. But if anybody's waiting for me to give my opinion and stuff like that, we don't see eye to eye on some things, a lot of things. We understand. She used to stay here, But she is one of my opposites on this operation of movement in motion. Pinnacle. If I was to start a company right now, she would be my counterpart too, on some working stuff. I mean, I don't know relationship stuff because we both crazy. It is oil and water type, so we up and down with each other. But that's because when you so much alike, I understand that. I totally do, because me and my father was, so much alike in how we move and and you would think that we had, hey, y'all look alike and and woo. Nah, he was just. He knew I knew. He knew I understood. He knew he had to instill so much to me. But we talking about villain. So, but that's understandable to do, because the other side, watch this. Other side wants to come off the cusp of being what they done. We just sent out, reposted a video of my beloved. Oh my God. God is so good to us, is he not? Stay consistent, stay steadfast. I do agree with that with my fam, all right? my muscle fam and all that stuff. But what I reason why I cut loose, because when you know the back door, the behind stuff, and all that stuff that y'all do and stuff like that, games with it, in my face, you, yeah, come on, champ, but you know, if I do something that you don't like or whatever, it ain't, come on, I already know this stuff. A lot of y'all, all right? So I'm not gonna be phony with myself. I ain't phony with myself. If I talk about you, whatever, you know you're gonna know. I push the envelope so hard, that's why videos don't get focused, because I call names and stuff, because I know my energy, all right? So I don't want to be put in that like that no more. I don't want to have to do that. So knowing, just let it go that way. I don't have to entertain that. You trying to entertain on me. I don't need what you got, but I thank you for the support and stuff like that, real talk. Because I ain't sitting up here trying to look like Incredible Hulk and all that stuff. Now, my body's defined. My body, what I do, just keep it in, you know, in sequence of what I do. All right. You don't like that. You don't like my regiment and all that stuff. People already, sometimes, so you can go about your business because you want to control and do something just like these other fools that want to play God. Now, villain. We back on villain. That's when you look like a villain, because y'all talking about, it's strong, it's defining, it's direct, all right? And the opposite of it, but it's challenging to the opposite side that is a true villain that wants to block, stop, and wants to get the plaque and before you and do all this stuff, and you know what I'm saying, and be all in front of you and da-da. You got to understand what I deal with, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not willing to play that game. So I play with the folks that I see them, all right? At the bottom of your we know what to look for at the bottom, right? When you want to share and then you click on something like or want to comment and that thing pops up. So we know who worked for who and all that kind of stuff. All right. So, but villain, yeah. If you have to be a villain in your life to shatter, pedo, and destroy that, then so be it. If that's what the other side does. Because if somebody's calling you a villain, they necessarily are on that side of doing villain stuff. See what I'm getting at? So of course they would want to put me in that box, and that go another thing. Sorry, bro. Look good though. Sound good. Good soundboard. You ain't putting me in no box though. Nobody get to put me in a box, but the Most High. And you already know how that works. The only box Most High gonna put you in, if we consider it a box, it's not. You're not boxed in. You ciphered in there, right? In that womb, right? So I'll never go in a box or allow somebody to put me in. I might listen to a musical box though, you know. Ding, 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 boom, ding, ding, ding. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that, but put myself in a box. No. So we passed villain, all right? So psychology, that's what I came to when we boiled out the understanding of psychology. Now they want to flip the coin, because those who played the villain, now that they went to church and now they praying, we just being honest. Okay? And some of them are going through a redemption tour and really are. Some of you really are. You know what I'm saying? That's true. But more are, I'll play this little game with this fool and time go by and yeah. I keep telling people, 56, yo. All right. Years in that military. Honestly, you see the multicolors on the uniform, right? Go look at the uniforms and look at all the colors on the uniform. Military uniform, any one of them. This camouflage. And so there's a multitude of colors, frames, minds, senses that come through the military. We deal with it all. All ethnicity, at one point in time, a leader in that military gonna cross, learn, have a defining moment, sense, connection with the soul, spirits. See what I'm getting at? Go and deploy. Sarajevo, Tuzla, Macedonia, Iraq, Afghanistan, Kosovo. See the souls? See the spirits that you see? We encompass ourselves about, we think it's about where you go when you go vacation. I don't want to take no, I'm not deflating nothing out the air or anything like that, oxygen out there. It's just something you're going to pay attention when you, more when you go on vacation and stuff. We love to go vacation. You know, I went to Jamaica when my oldest got married and stuff. That was a beautiful thing. Beloved, watch this. The same as you see me now. When I was younger, I was what, 30s? We was in on 35. Yeah, that was my high point. You know, we was pushing. I had just moved in here. But when I go places, I'm different in a way, and I don't want to sound like I'm no. I just, when I go on vacation and stuff, because of the military and we travel, we have to pay attention and be so locked in, security, alert, mind on this, that, that. When I did go vacation, it's hard, no lie. It's not even, and then when you do intend to relax, and it could be the PTSD and stuff like that, but just more cautious of, you're not home. You know what I'm saying? You're out of your comfort zone. But my more awareness is to the people in the place than where I'm at. I like the place, like Jamaica, water blue and all that, but I stayed on the resort. Everybody else went off the resort, climbed the mountain stuff, go up there and watch this. You know I am, watch this. Pop, or Sean, he called me Sean, because I wasn't in his life like that. Sean, we finna go up that mountain, climb that mountain, and they said if we climb all the way up there, we can break off some of that Mary Jane up there and bring it back, and it's ours. What? But it didn't strike that hard, because my military folk would be proud of my generals and sergeant majors. I was still in the military. So we got some self-control, because you know what I'm talking about? Christmas. So I like, snap, son. If I go up the mountain, I only got, tomorrow we leave, and that's a wasted trip. That's just exercise. And I already exercised to get to here, to look like, you know what I'm saying? So you're like, all right, we going up there. I said, yeah, going up in there, bro. You ain't in the military, y'all going. I think my wife went at the time, you know, she, and what the heck we talking about? Vacation trips. I pay attention more to the people. Pay attention. I went over that, and it was, I hope I don't know what it's gonna do, but hopefully it be helpful. Everything I try to put out to be helpful. Went over and I was analyzing the resort we was at. What was it? Sandals? It was next to Sandals. It was next to Sandals because they had a golf course, and I was like, why we didn't get? But the one we was on was beautiful. I ain't had to leave. Man, nope. Bob Marley's and what do you call it? Bob Marley and Bahama something. Smack Your Bahama Mama or something. It was called something. Sweet. I like fruity. I don't like to get drunk right off. I don't like to get drunk. Tipsy. Watch, Tipsy. You know what I'm talking about? Pan. Tipsy. I always like looking. Need to clean that house. But stay here. But really do need to clean the house. But run their mouth a lot about side their neck about people, but can't clean the house. Are you venting? Or are you giving a story? We talking about when you go on vacation. So when you go on a vacation, right? I pay attention to the people, you know. And what disturbed me, I was having a good time, but what kind of dampened, I ain't gonna lie. The Jamaican people work on the resort, right? And they work hard hours, and they cooking and making it pleasant for you. On the outside, like a fence, and then on the outside, you can see if you go. I played basketball. That's what. When they went to that, I went to go play basketball with some of them. And they were looking at me like, why you? Because they had the water there, and slip slide and all that, do all that. And I was already in the water. I was in the water so much that my little, all that was, doing that thing. I'm like, let me go play some hoop and stuff. And I'm just talking, I'm looking over there, I'm like, what's that over there? Now, what I thought it was, I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was some off property, if you wanna go over there, and the extra stuff. I was like, what y'all shooting craps over there? And but they live in quarters, little huts. Now I want to think in my mind that was just your temporary living quarter, and then they go. Now I want them to say, no, some of us live here and some of us just because we live a little farther, stay there for temporary and things like that. I was like, okay. It wasn't much is what I'm getting to say compared to, it's interesting. Compared to the resort we was around. You see what I'm talking about? So more I more in tune of talking to the people, getting what they go through. The same thing like today, you know, curious cat, but just to see. I never want to go nowhere and not learn something. Or I just went, you know what I'm saying? Most of us say, I went to something, we saw pictures and stuff like, yeah, but did you get some substance? You know what I'm saying? You went this far, spent that much money, did you? I'm what I do. Not, no, I could, you know what I'm saying? Because most people would feel a different time. I go to vacation so I don't have to think and woo and that's, yeah, for sure. But I just can't when I don't know the people around in my surroundings and stuff like that. Sometimes, so just alert. So no, we will not wear the villain hat. We stay in the middle. We'll wear a referee with a black and white. Check a flow, stuff like that. All right, let's go into the next one. Y'all ready? We can do this. Right on bone. Spirit, does your spirit see like your flesh? Let's talk about it, y'all. Come on. Does your flesh look at things like your spirit? Do your spirit even see? That's the thing. Because watch this. Why you floating around, Casper? You really don't see. You feel. You float around. Maybe they do see, but I don't see. Well, you just talking about the third eye. It's an invisible eye. So you see how I just went and talked about the physical. Do you see? Most definitely in the physical we see, right? I'm looking right now, beautiful truck. Tailgate down, Stingray, Ford, what is that, F? Ooh boy, can you see that far? Yeah, if I take my glasses off. Yeah, 421 thing, 7421. So on that aspect, everybody grasping, some people grasping, right? I'll go deeper. Or we'll cut into the depths of it, not stay surface. So in the flesh, yeah, we see so much. At times too much. You know, what you see influence you, right? Heavily. Arouse us. Scare us. Excite us. Is that same, and we should already be able to answer this question, is that the same with your spirit? Does it operate in that same tune, philosophy, understanding? No. But in the greater compass of it. Because not we take and equate. Watch this. Beautiful. Just use you. Yesterday, if I would have entertained a fight, went at it. Is that what my spirit was telling me? No. This is what my flesh was saying. My flesh saying, you're in a program, you always been programmed, defend yourself. Don't want to talk about you, you should fight back, right? Flesh. You have the spirit to resonate it, right? But your spirit, watch this, you know your spirit thinks differently because watch this. You get in there. No, depending on what happens, but it's going to be bad. Either way it go. Consequences, da-da-da. See what I'm talking about? When them consequences come around, well, we going to jail. See what I'm talking about? So this ain't going to be no, bring the lunch pail tomorrow and da-da-da. It's gonna end right. Started right there. It's gonna have to end right there. That's how Sean ride. Unless one of us run away from it, right? But the flesh is saying, watch this, pay attention. When you get to what the flesh saying, boy, that blood rising, boiling, that guy. So I'm talking about. But that what held you back, what holds us both of us. You other side might not, I'm ready. You got the right one. Yeah, we both the right one because we clearly like not going back down. But in reality, what the Spirit saying? Easily, everybody should be able to answer. Hey, we just talked about it right before this. Hey, Flash, DMX, tell me about my flesh. X, tell me about my flesh. See what I'm talking about? Well, it like getting this stuff. You know yours don't mind getting all scarred up, scratched up, stabbed, shot at. Your flesh. Your spirit might don't. How you know that? Cause you get every time. I can't make it every time that you went across that and you did that. What happened? Damn, I wish I wouldn't have got that fight. Now I knew better to go over there. If I go across them tracks and go get there, I knew. You see what I'm talking about? Point, it just be too late. That's it. It's you catch it in a later. The spirit does. Why? Alignment. See how this does? That's why we here. Alignment. When you're lined up, that's what my brother's talking about is you live a boring life or whatever. I don't live no boring life. To you right now, because you looking at my second half of my life. But if you looked at the first half, you think many of y'all like, you work, you go hard, you work, you make it look easy making these videos, because, I mean, if you're in that military and you do what we doing now, come on now. And it ain't a whole lot of buttons that you got to worry about to get, you know what I'm saying, Now, when it go to, okay, you want to get this badge and do all this, I did. Too much stuff going on, you know what I'm talking about? And like, so we'll get that over with somebody. Somebody saying, hey, you just got to know somebody who can do that. See, they understand that. But anyway, so the flesh entertain anything if you let it. The flesh will entertain anything if you let it. But if you let the spirit lead, see how it go? And that's what you guys are seeing now. I let my flesh lead when I was in the military more. My spirit was still there. Soldiers will tell you, leadership will tell you, oh yeah, outstanding soldier. We ain't never had no problem soldiering. Lead, none of that. Personal stuff outside. They'll tell you that. I had 2 significant incidents where that people were looking at me like, that ain't you. What's going on? So I'm talking about. So I had to reel myself in, based off knowing the character and inspirational person I was. And I'm not tooting my horn or nothing. It's just people see me and watch me. It's just what it was. You know what I'm saying? I was too honest with everybody to sit up there and even try to walk another line, you know what I'm saying, different than what I am. But so the whole point of it is, do you see the same? Does your flesh and spirit see the same? It could be a no. And the reason why it would be a no, we already learned it, not lined up. The 2 aren't lined up. When they're lined up, like Beloved said, you'll learn to do with the spirit and you'll connect with the spirit because why? Come on now. Don't act like we ain't learning nothing because we all are learning at the same time. When you connect with the spirit, you connect with the all-seeing eye. I'm saying something. Not your all-seeing eye, because you have one, but it ain't all-seeing. It ain't all-seeing unless it's connected to what? Talk about it. Come on, Jedi. See how I go? And even then, it's not still all-seeing. It's just Most High is allowing you to be more in front of what, see what I'm talking about? It's trying to sway you, distract you, anger you, pee you off, give you a little bit understanding that, this was coming, this was around. This is why you sit down and calm down, because if you pay attention to this one, This is good. Most High just put this on me. Well, I give this to my I had a Queen McQueen, who's a sergeant, and I'm just gonna be real with you. All right, this is good because these times are here on so many people. I was like, I don't think I could say it on it. Wanted to take myself. Right? This is why these people can. I'm gonna give you in, bet you in, because they violated my HIPAA, right? So this is how they thought they pushed these buttons, they could get me to do this. But at that point in time that I was doing that, they don't understand. I had been with my first wife. We was buddies. That's why all this is chaotic, and I know it's chaotic in her life. I understand. The connection was so heavy. That was a true partner. And I'm not trying to slight nobody after or whatever, nobody in there, but very compatible, very loved the same stuff, same things, right? And differences, and I'm male, she female, you know what I'm saying? But young, that's what hurt us. We was young, came in the military together, 20, 21, right? Too young, 21, yeah, too young to me, all right? And so, but you know, we learned, we lived, we made it happen for 6 years. All mine went 6 years and stuff like that. So we stick on seeing though. The connection with Most High. That's the important. Right? That's the most important, young people. Where many use their energy is to connect to smarter minds, broader minds. Notice what I do. Yeah, I'm savvy. I'm a jack of all trades, but I'm not an expert. I'm not like one of the beloved said. You know, I have trouble with this social media, and a lot of us older folks, and I don't, and it's good that leads in, I don't have no qualms about it. Takes me a while to see what's fake or not fake in our social and all that stuff, because this is new. I ain't never really, you know what I'm saying? So I understand the engagement. But I love the factor of I can point and go to so many that'll put you in the right guidance and the right track. So it's not like as if I see something that's fake or whatever, I can't fix or, you know, say, ooh, no, I'll come on. You know what I'm saying? We work on the truthness. Know that propaganda is purposeful to throw us off. See what I'm talking about? But also understand, like I also feel and understand, yeah, it's not a light game, beloved. I've never been in here to be light. What I would like you to do, if you have it within you, is touch the button to know that, yeah, you touch me, you know, mind, body, soul, da-da-da. Because to me, it don't mean that you like me or whatever. You touched, you da-da. Man, if you do like, touch it. But we get it, we understand it. You're just touching it. Don't worry about it. We got past that a long time ago. But that's the prescription of understanding. Continue to say to the Most High in front of you, I told Most High always, praise goes to you. I love doing what I'm doing because how are we doing it? The unusualness, the person, not what you expected. I can blend in. I can blend in with folks. Any scale. Any scale. Rich too. I know how to go buy me a nice little, you know what I'm saying, under the radar outfit, wardrobe, you know what I'm saying, and kick on in there and be like, what's that? A Versace. But got that stuff from Ross. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Stop playing. So, because all you gotta do is get in. Because once you get in, you're like, whoa, what school you went to? You get to talking and stuff. You're like, Harvard. I can lie to them and shit. Cambridge, Oxford, da-da-da. But we can't do that because you ain't in the Typhonian season no more. So they, and we ain't got the lot to kick it. So when we gradually move over here to, I asked one of the beloveds, I was listening to one of the beloveds earlier, and She was talking out the side of her neck. I just gonna let it be known. Like, you lazy. They saying you lazy and you. And I'm like, fake. I'm like, they got to be talking to somebody else. But then these are the same shots that back in the past, though. You know what I'm saying? This and that. So that's why we speak upon, even with the initials and not far beyond that. It's just, people hate. You got people that want me on their platforms. So what you gonna think they're gonna do when they got a lot of the goo-wop, right? Like the beloved said beforehand, right? She was talking about game stalking and all the things. So you've seen that, right? So I understand how this goes. So we got to push the propaganda machine so we can get him on our platform, so we can make him, squeeze him so he feels guilty and yet that. And it's like, you's a fool, but it's okay. It just shows how you was able to get across to people because, you had a lot of sheeple out here, but no more. So knowing that this is fully more even functional than even what they got, because I got them looking it up. Not you. Don't be selfish. Never that, because this was built with a whole body of work of people. So we got folks that normally would think they platforms, oh yeah, come get it and pay $2,000 and no, they over here on this free stuff. Notice that? Ooh. They over getting some of this free stuff, that free game, free knowledge, gems. All this stuff came from folks before me. Free game, unapologetic, people like that. So we the vibe. Did you just say that? And it like matching, correlates with everything, resonates in it. We the vibe. Who the vibe? You. Pop out. Love it. All right? Love it. Who the face of this? Come on. Who the face? Come on. You already see it. Come on. Come on. Who the face? Who the face of this movement? If you didn't take that as a trick question, because you already know. If it touch you deep inside and not the surface of what we look at, then you already know. See what I'm at? Most High. Most High. And the faces that Most High using so that you can see the Most High as the face, those that'll keep that Most High, nobody but God. I stand, I rise, I do. Most High. Why you keep coming back? Because they keep growing that protection. There's people out there they wish you would, those enemies and them people that feel like that I ain't this or that, or they want to touch me. There's people out there, I'm trying to tell you, beloved, don't test it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. There's folks out here know that what I'm doing, priceless. Priceless. Realizing now that I'm not making this about me. Though I have the energy and the power and the possession, it's Most High. It's Most High. Without Most High in my life, you don't get this. See how they work? I just gotta be real with you. I gotta be real with you. Without Most High in my life, I'd be all here smoking all in front of you and cussing folks out. I'm that dude. Oh, I'm that dude. Y'all know it. I got Most High in my life, and I'm, see what I'm talking about? I'm work in progress. So without Most High in my life, yeah, running out toting guns and trying to, be like other people and calling folks, hey, we need to armor up. So you willing to go be part of the problem, be systemic. Don't we got enough statistics like that? See how it go? We have to know that we don't have to fill up the prisons, beloved. We don't have to. We got to know that. The only way you know that, you connect inside. And you let your spirit lead you. And so many times I could tell you this, that I was so in tune, my mom got me so in tune at a young age. So when I left the nest, And with my dad, them, my dad and my stepmom and all them, there was God in there. We still adhere to God, church and stuff. You know, it's time my mom said, y'all ain't going nowhere this Sunday. Y'all two don't get up and go to church. It's like, yeah, we know we gotta go somewhere. They hoop something. They're not miss a Sunday hoop at Mouse on the 6 foot goal. Y'all know about that? Yeah, we couldn't get up there like that. But boy, you be Jordan. You be Jordan all day. So there ain't nothing like dunking on your daddy, because your daddy can shoot that. You know them old school daddies. You know Curry's daddy, just ain't nothing you can do. Just damn. And you know not to foul your daddy. He got on them black socks with them Stacey Adams. Yeah, them Stacey Adams with the heels on. You like killing y'all, sliding, breaking ankles. I was like, bro, this dude got some alligator skin with some cut off shorts. So why you bring this up? Oh, because my daddy was in his retirement days, and I ain't sit up there and say, you lazy. He worked all his life. Something like that. So propaganda. All right. I asked a brother in the stove, because I was listening to it. It's just to distract you, get you out your hand, make you think you ain't doing the greatest things ever in your life. You know what I'm saying? I just started saying, bro, can I ask you a question? How old are you, man? He was kind of, secure, like, damn, bro, what you asking my age for? Because what's going on? Like, am I old enough to be grabbed up and snatched? No, bro, I was listening. I had to call it. Listening. Oh, he's like, oh, I was listening to the song. I just asking, how do you feel about, like, if you worked all your life to put yourself in position, in a soft position, comfortable, you don't need a whole lot of that, and you just chilling, and you just want to wake up and do what the hell you want. You want to go out on your front lawn and just get in your skibbies, right? Not draw underwear, your not like Nas X, but like in some Speedos. I wouldn't, because I'm too tight. But and get a lawn chair and just sit out there. You know what I'm talking about? Run down the street and holler, hallelujah. But being able the freedom to do that, because knowing if I want to do that for like 12, 15 hours, guess what? I got the energy and I can do that. Why? I ain't got to go to... I didn't put myself in a comfortable position with that tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Love yourself. Loving yourself big, Everybody can't do that. Get that. Understand that. But I say that stuff, if you like that, beloved, because we work together with each other. People telling you, you worked a whole full career, and then the folks that's telling you this, you done worked a whole full career, and the people that's telling you this, look, the people that's telling you this, look, now they want to drive fast. Look, that's the next door neighbors. That right there. I told you, I'm putting them on blast. Well, I ain't playing with these folks. She just talked about gang stalking, so we're gonna start identifying who doing this stuff. Every time the mailman come up, think I don't know who stole my mail. Every time the mailman, they driving off in new cars and stuff like that. We know. Like I told you, first come the warning. The warning, then come the lesson, and then come the hammer. Watch this. So, yeah, don't buy in that, bro. Say you ain't like, no, man. Like, how old are you? Yeah, 56. Yeah, my first half, I want to hear the opinion. I love physical opinions, also in combination with digital, because you never know who's an AI or who's glitching, lying, telling lies. You know what I'm talking about? Fibbing. Excuse this. But so when I got we just talked about this. Watch how this works. When I got the flesh lined up with what? Good job. Spirit, and I'm talking to my brother. It don't matter if he's lined up, all right? But pay attention, please, because we gravitate in most high. You already know is carrying this right now. Watch this. You lined up, you gon' 9 times out of 10, attract what you are. You lined up. Let's see if it lined up. Bro say, oh man, you didn't put that work in. Ain't that what we supposed to do when you retire? I'm finna hit you. It's gonna be a low blow. So who you think pushing that type of propaganda? You lazy, you this. And they, Sean, and they still trying to work in their old age. And we have chaos. We talked about it, auto pen. And I'm not directing it to them. I'm saying, you see what I'm talking about old age in leadership. And we're sitting here trying to say, yo, hey, I think faculties 25th, you know, I'm not pointing at that because there's other people that, you know, at your this, that, you know, pushing age 70, 75, still trying to, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying this right or wrong because there's sound people out there. You see what I'm talking about? I ain't, you know, but I am identifying that when you have folks that you know pushing this propaganda and they on the teeter line of dementia, bipolar. You sit there like, wow. You know what I'm saying, Jedis? Young folk, understand? The prescription of it is based on this. Don't allow yourself to sit back and look at me, and because I didn't work for this life. That's what many of you don't look at. I worked. Pay attention. It's not anger. I worked. I worked. It's not anger. You falling asleep on me. Understand when you raise that pitch up, trying to get that to sink into so many. I worked for this. Nobody give me nothing. 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 There's folks out there, like you say, who dare not put on that uniform. But they okay sending other people's kids across that water. They want to throw stones because they don't understand that. They don't understand real sacrifice. They don't understand. Some of us didn't. When we came in our days, we didn't think life was going to be like this, beloved. Ask a veteran. We had veterans and older sergeant majors who were on the cusp and doing it, showing us, telling us, it's what you're working for. You get there, far more, you're going to be able to see why you went through all that. Boom, to get here. We worked. So I expand on this so heavily for our young folk, all right? Old head know, whether they like it or not, they know. Why? Many of y'all becoming lazy. We just gonna be real. Living on your mama and daddy and stuff like that. You're not even worried about trying to, all right? That's no shot. Right? I understood when the young one was showing school and stuff like that, it was propagation for me to push the understanding. You know, we gotta get educated in so many ways, all kind of ways, not just natural, social. You are the ingenuity that's gonna be pushing this when the 50, 60, 70, they can't even get in your way no more. You wonder why this is so viable, what we're doing, because people are trying to find what is the way. Why? Because not a lot of people are following people or believing in education, this and that, because of the chaos within our society, because of the filthiness that's being uncovered. But don't judge our society, the system, by people. A beloved said that, one of my beloveds in the Senate said that, patriot not to the chair of the presidency, We pay attention to the system and the structure. Structure, the system perfect. Keep saying that. We all know that. System perfect. If it works, scared work, right? Right folks in there that ain't trying to be biased or that are biased. Yeah, biased. Biased means you're neutral, right? Okay. So, but when you choose to take a side, well, I'm a Republican, and you come in here and I'm a judge. Yeah, I'm a Republican, and you know that, I might say, well, I like Obama, and somehow, and then all of a sudden, shit, what the heck you say that for? And I ain't telling no lie. That's sick. That's sick behavior. I'm sorry. What that got to do with a political party? Got to do with this in this court that I'm being allegedly about. See what I'm talking about? Especially if you ain't got nothing to do with politics. You have court and politics, all these politicians getting in trouble and stuff, and they're like, you did this or you did that or you touched this or you did that. I get to understand that. Then it's a political party, because then it's like, well, now you shouldn't even. No. No, yeah, it shouldn't. It do though, but no, but it do. Yeah. All right. Don't be hard on yourself though. I'll say this: don't be hard on yourself. Jobs, what job? What kind of job? You know what I'm saying? But as I do my thing in my world, I do see so many beloved young folk working hard. You know what I'm saying? Working, they out there working. But I think just like we do propaganda gets out there, the young folks this, young folks that, the young folks are a little bit more wiser than we were when we were young, right? Young, dumb, and right? They still full of all, right? But they not dumb. These boy, they around here. They savvy, they smart, right? And just, equip yourself, young people. We just arming you and equipping you. How dare I not bring something to the plate like that outside of myself, all right? If knowing fully well, I wouldn't be in front of you if I didn't have some mature, beautiful, beloveds. Get up under this wing, bro. I'm trying to get all, you know what I'm talking about? Somebody told me they invested me and they seem to bring, shoot, I'm all in. That's what you get right here. All right, so I pay back. That's what we should all do. Each and every one of us elders in the middle, whatever you call yourself. If you know, pay attention. Outside of you having to pay your college tuition, that we still all got it. I need to call these folks. That we still, you know what I'm saying? But if you know fully well, let's use some common on this sense. Common, you mind? If you know fully well, pay attention. Let's don't be stuck on stupid out here, because we getting off of it. Time to rise, grand in it. Everybody. If you know fully well, young ones, if you got your mom, dad there and you listen, mom, dad, daughter, love that one. Ask mom, dad, grandpa, grandma, big mama, ain't your mama? Ain't your mama? Did anybody give you gems when you was growing up? Anybody give you solid advice that you didn't have to pay for? Anybody look out for you when you was growing up? And you asked yourself, why they worried about me so much, doing good and da da da. You know what I'm talking about? But you can go back and bring that and be like, yeah, Miss Mary in school, man, she was determined I wasn't gonna fail. Not just because my mama, she knew my mama tear my butt up and she'd be at home crying that she had to put an F on my paper. No, the mama whoop him in school. See what I'm talking about? So now, true story. A couple of those F's with none below. I couldn't get none, but I was surprised I could come with them with C's. Yeah, I was surprised. I wasn't book smart. I was intuitively gifted to. I'll show you this. Many of y'all have this around you. A lot of us are 50-50 in it. You know who you are. Watch this. Look at but let me get back to this one. Yeah, I already did. Ask your parents if they ever got gems, ever got love and without having to pay for it to get where they are. And if they look back and it can identify 3 or 4 people or one, you know what I'm saying? And then you understand what we're doing. Now, I wasn't book smart. I had to read the book a couple of times. If it wasn't a story or something like that, because you know stories identify with your life, right? I had to read the science book or history. Don't let me fool you. I had, what they say? The micronism and this and that, and like, because you had to get it up here. I didn't want to just, you say surf because, yeah, you can go get an A and B because you read that, you know, all that, you know, all this stuff like that. Look off your friend paper and all that, cheat sheets and all that. Yeah, I did that only when I, quick. Like, you know, you ain't studied nothing. Yeah, I got this cheat sheet up my sleeve. Young folk, don't learn that. I'm telling you some of my habits that when I look back, error in life, all right, because I got caught. You ain't never get, no, I didn't. Don't take that down. But I always, you know, somebody told me, you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And I was like, if you tell somebody that, then they always cheating. Oh, I'm saying something. See what I'm saying? Don't follow that. No. But I was so savvy and with the brain mechanism to solve problems that on paper and write and look, and many say that they'll identify with this. Where in math, I was not a stickler of math. Math, it didn't fear me. So it's just like, what? You know what I'm saying? When you know, like the ruler, like, why are you teaching me all this ruler stuff? You just want me to be a carpenter. You think I'm gonna be a student all my life? I don't get arts and craft at my job. You know, how many of y'all touched the ruler after you learned in school? All right, see, that's what I'm talking about. So stuff that as a young person is difficult because we call it ADHD and all that stuff. You know, we always got to give names to something. You know, it's fitting, got it. But a lot of times it's not the attention deficiency or stuff like that. It's it don't make sense to the spirit. Y'all know I'm telling the truth now. Stop playing with Sean. And we seem to think that don't adhere to children and stuff like that. Why wouldn't it? That's when your spirit's the strongest, when you come out that womb. Because you can't talk. You ain't saying nothing. So it's the spirit that's leading. The spirit saying, look at them, look at the mouth, baby. Watch this, baby, watch that. To influence you to learn how the flesh to work. Because the spirit already know what it's there for when they get there. See what I'm talking about? That's why it's looking. Like, you my mama, you my daddy. Let me see how much you love me. Oh, okay, good. So, when I was in school, I know, just be all over the place, but I try to keep you still there. It's entertainment too, you know. Are you not entertained? Gladiator. Love. The spirit can figure stuff out even much quicker, but you don't know it because the flesh had to catch up to it. Makes sense. As a child, not lined up, because the child's trying to continue to learn how to be the human form and catch up to the spirit that's leading them in front. But the blockage be the mom, dad, and us. I said it before. We'll sit up there for 2 years, man. Goo goo, I got the goo goo, and he like, at least me, goo to the guy. Hey, yo, you should only get about 3-4 good months of that, cause you ain't. Watch this. Pay attention. Who really in the goo to the guy? The baby or you, the parent? Come on. Reel him in. Give him the special bonus. I'll leave you with this bonus. Who in the goo gaga stage? You or the baby? Watch this. It's you. You. Us. Goo goo. Goo goo gaga. The baby trying to learn. It's fresh. That's the language with the baby came from. Goo goo gaga. I'm saying something. Folks will tell you, no, that ain't tongues. That ain't speaking in tongues. And that, what the heck is it then? He sure ain't speaking no English around here. French, Arabic, Armenic, Moorish, nothing. He ain't speaking none of that. She ain't. You see I'm getting that? Saying something. Why wouldn't you think that it's tongues or whatever we call that and all that stuff, speaking in that with Most High, when that's when the baby came from? Baby just came from Most High. The spirit that came from. So now it come down here. Most High say, hey, teach the. Well, you got to know that Most High, that's what Most High, you have to be connected to Most High in so many ways to know this is what Most High is wanting. I get it. So this what stammers a lot, because we thinking the baby coming in for our selfish purpose. Goo. Oh, shoot. No, it's a family thing. Can you please teach me how to talk so I can communicate with you in a better? And the earlier I talk and communicate and get effective with my skills, not speeding it up and stuff like that. I understand what y'all saying. Some of y'all saying that, you know, you got them parents push their children to be superstars and this and that, and you know, well above. No. But knowing that the special bundle you have, it comes in for a minute for us, special, to think about it. Some of us at the right timing, baby come. And everybody come. Baby, baby. Baby, shh, baby. You seen the baby? The baby shower? Everybody. Supposing. In a politically correct world. Right? Baby. Roll it up. This will automatically happen in nature, because as we expand our mind, open even more, and become more spiritual and lined up, the parents, mothers and fathers, all of us, every one of us, you already know this because things is happening. We talked about midwife. If many of y'all, one beloved, say we need nurses and da. She right. She not. But it's gonna be, watch this. It's gonna turn into a lot of home care, which a lot is happening, and midwives and stuff like that. I'm trying to tell you something, because the birth thing, and who would identify with this is our folks. This is why it's important for right? Because there are beloveds on our world, right? Who still, many don't believe that having your baby, having your baby coming in. Come on. It's bigger than what you think. It's bigger than mom and daddy showing up at the hospital, the doctor, da. It's so much bigger, beloved. Yeah. We call it a process of deliverance. But it's such a, in this time, I don't like using it, but it has to be used. It's a sanctuary. You think about that. Most High sanctuary. I read this, I say, watch this, pay attention. Who's allowed to go in my sanctuary? Who's allowed to go in Most High sanctuary? Oh. At times we think in Most High sanctuary of presence, Most High's presence. So I died, then I'm able to go to Most High sanctuary, being in, that's heaven. That's a process. Having to dwell down here as a ghost, that's hell. That's a process. But also, who can come in my sanctuary? You got to understand, my awareness of the Bible was written by man, right? By man. But the process of spirit connection with the Most High force was guided in it. So sanctuary also applies to us. That's why I cater to your understanding of Bobby Hemmett, Panic, and so many, telling me when I was in there about 4 years ago, 3 years, make your altar your own. Do not try to mimic nobody, because if you try to mimic somebody, then you actually praising and doing what somebody else is for their process. This is an individual thing. When you're at home, it's an individual thing. When you at the church, that's when it's a fellowship thing. We all worship and our rituals and see what I'm talking about? But when you personal, make it your personal, because it's your personal space, your personal connection with Most High. Not everybody should be able to go in your sanctuary. See how they go? In the combination, because you're one when you're at home, your family, your mother, dad, da da da, something like that. But not everybody outside of da 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 come in your sanctuary. Now, we connect as Buddhists, right? When we was practicing Buddhists like that, fellowship, same thing. But the Buddhists say, we use not a lot of churches and stuff. So home fellowshipping is the full fellowship is saying. So it acts as into individual and then as the fellow, all right? So that's a couple of different. Some of y'all do that already, right? But the sanctuary spoken to is that baby coming out that womb into your sanctuary. Why wouldn't it be? You see your baby being born, and some do, hazardous conditions, and can't make it to the hospital, don't have a hospital, things like that. So, but the understanding of it, that Most High equipped us to ensure, right, that when this baby come through, secure, ain't nothing. Doctor ain't dropping the baby, or somebody ain't standing there ready to kill the baby, take the baby, steal the baby. So you got to help me, or we help each other. How many sanctuaries do we have? Should have. Do you feel and know that when you leave your body, and you know you didn't did your work on it, that you know that you part of that sanctuary? Oh, no, definitely. If you didn't know, then the reason why you come back. I want people to understand that. The reason why you came back. Do it like this. Do it like this. A lot of people don't get to come back. Don't believe in reincarnation and all that. You ain't believe, you don't care, you atheist and all that. And I know that scares a lot of people. I hope it don't, but this is the reality. We don't have the concept of the living things that are around us, that, somebody was the grass. The grass is a living thing, isn't it? It grows. The trees, the same thing. I'm saying stuff out here. This is why I cater to the understanding that this is a privilege to be this. To be this in this construct. Somebody got to be a horse to ride. Horse got a spirit. Somebody got to be a dog. Watch this. Somebody got to be that stuff that come out your booty. Now sit there and tell me that's not a living something. It stink. Is that? But watch this. Flies like it. So it serve a purpose for something, right? See how I'm getting? All we doing is doing this, broaden this. That's it. Just open up a little bit. This is not to stem you. Yeah, you got to think like, no. I'm the spark. I'm the spark. Most High. Everything I sit up there and talked to y'all today, man, it was just running, yo. I just got to be honest. It was just running. I ain't had this pre-planned. Just wrote down. I wrote down 3 because I was in the bathroom picking out my hair. Understand when you doing something? And I was looking good. I ain't going to sit up here and lie to you. I was looking good. I was like, damn, man. I looked at my, you know what I'm saying? And you generating in that moment. You generating the energy of joyfulness within you. Feeling good about yourself. Recognizing, not ego or nothing like that. And then you got Most High working on you. You don't think Most High gonna compliment that? Real talk. Say that word? Y'all recognize that. I love to have people to be able to say, I got that feeling too, Sean, man. Woo. I see what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Or about, going with your prescription a little bit, using it, making it my blueprint, making, woo, and yeah, man. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. It's okay. Variety of things, and just like we have our religions and the differences of philosophy and how we operate in our godship, right? We all don't agree on anything. Not supposed to. Think about that. That's sheeple. It keeps us on our toes. It keeps balance. So needed, necessary. What I don't want to do is, I've said some things like, being uptight and woo angel like and things like that. And that rub people the wrong way because it's almost a mockery of how we go about our way of doing things and things like that. No. I apologize for that, for if it looked like that, seemed like that. My point to bring it to was, when we're too mature in the religion, perfect, beautiful, Most High, in the views of the eyes of the young folks who we trying to get, because they're the generation that's going to be coming after. They're the generation that's working it in so many ways. They're the generation that does not know about Most High in this mature way. But when we perform ourselves and put ourselves, I didn't made it to this description on this, and how dare I show another side of me that's rarely seen. If I only see one side of you, as this individual wears this suit, this garment and things like that, prescribe to it because folks are who they are. But they took out that garment. In so many ways, you praise the individual. See what I'm getting at? When we know we should not praise. See what I'm getting at? Most High. Praise only Most High. But we get to praising so many. That's why I'll deflate anybody. Don't praise me. Oh no, don't do that. And don't put me in no box and, oh, you the this and that. Shh. I redefine what angel is. See how I go? The reality. No, I know. John Travolta almost got it right. The movie. Go look at that movie. Imperfect. Still who they are. Still powerful, but got flaws. Why wouldn't you? You in this. So that's what I want to bring, because what that does lightens the load for our young folks for thinking, I got to be a certain way to talk to Most High. I got to be, you see I'm getting in? We got it. Y'all got it. Y'all know exactly. Y'all shaking. Y'all like, yeah, you right. Yes. Yeah. Because as we all know that went in and we weren't perfect and we had flaws and still got flaws and still getting on thing. Yeah, if it wasn't for God, I would. You see what I'm talking about? So we know. Makes sense, right? We know. It's a process. It's a phase. Somebody said that. So I'll leave with this. We're not here to push you. I'm not. Hurry up. No God. You should be here in this phase. And all right, phase 1, phase 2. That's that old psychology based off of what? So folks didn't been experiment on folks for certain, you know what I'm saying, Pavlov stuff and all that stuff, and based off that and charts and this. You cannot put every human being in the same. You gotta know, we learned that, right? So the psychology over here about and things we do is a little bit different out the box, and do more to put it in commonality in layman than to school you up and all this other stuff. And you get a beautiful rehab over here like this, but then you learn how to rehab yourself. You know what I'm talking about? You fasting. See what I'm talking about? Flower on. For right now. See what I'm talking about? We can do ourselves. Like I said, you have the power to do. Yeah, we do. Right? But always got to find purpose and stuff like that while you're doing it, because want young folks and other folks to see, no, we ain't hooked on nothing tonight. It's just, I'm tired, yo. I'm tired. And you think, based off of what you see and know about me, you really think I ain't gonna live my fullest in my retirement when I worked for somebody else for other reasons, other purposes, and I went 1,000. So I'm not gonna do, y'all about lost y'all mind. Love you. 3 up, 3 down. I'm sorry I gave you so much more than that, but we balance, right? Stay peaceful. Inner love and peace. Get that inside you. You come out, shoot, we good. Love.